Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's Wednesday. It's an overcast autumn Wednesday here in Sydney. It was nice this morning, but the cloud cover has rolled in, and it's a bit cloudy, and it's just a bit of a speckle of rain as well. Very, very light at the moment, so I'll stay out here for as long as I can, but if it gets a little bit wetter, I'll just go and seek some cover over there on, here we are, on wharf number 6, which is a place that I go to regularly. Anyway, let's do a book summary, and today's book summary is entitled Uncertainty, and it's by an author named Jonathan Fields. So uncertainty. A lot of people that I know strive for certainty in their lives. They look for every opportunity to create certainty in everything they do. But what the author here suggests to us is the idea of certainty is a bit of a myth. And if you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be productive, happy, and at peace, we basically need to embrace uncertainty, for it is the root of innovation. Uncertainty is the base case. Nobody's lived tomorrow. Nobody's been to tomorrow. We've said this time and time again. So tomorrow is a mystery for each and every one of us. And the author goes a little step further to boldly say that the reason why not all people are financially free and successful is because they are extremely risk averse. They're too worried about making mistakes, worried about the future, worried about uncertainty and making a mistake. And whenever we think something is a gamble, we instantly think of the downside only. And that's an interesting way of seeing it. So whenever we think that something is a gamble and it's not certain, then we always think of the worst case scenario, which of course will lead us to inaction, procrastination, and nil results or nil outcomes. Or the outcome will be known. You just won't do anything. So, we're always worried about what we could lose, but we never ever think of what we're going to miss out on. What we could gain. What changes it could make to our lives, to our children's lives, to our partners' lives, and to all our family and friends as well, if we took a gamble and it paid off. So the author then goes on to say something else which is brilliant. It's brilliantly profound. The only way to become above average at anything is to do risky things. Only risky things are innovative enough to stand out. I'll pause there just for a second, just so that we can dwell on that point and think about it a little bit more deeply, because it is a powerful point. We've got to take risk on board. We've got to do things which are risky, that can potentially fail, because through that risk, through that fear of failure, we'll do things and we'll put more energy, more focus into them to make them work, and hence potentially make them more innovative, so that they stand out and that they're highly valuable. The next point that we talk about here is that risk and uncertainty are the roads you must travel to reach the destinations of creativity and innovation. I absolutely love that. Let me say it again so it sinks in, and pay attention if you can. that risk and uncertainty are the roads you must travel to reach the destinations of both creativity and innovation. That is cool. That is so powerful. I think that I'll use that as a quote for many a day to come. So the next structured point to come out of this book is that we need to use rituals and routines to anchor ourselves in uncertain times. You know, when you're sensing uncertainty or when you're feeling uncertain, what we need to do is that we need to do something that's going to enable us to feel stronger and more confident and more competent. In times of uncertainty, now we need to depend on certain routines that we've pre-discussed and predetermined that anchor us and give us something reliable to hold on to. And one of those things could be exercise, it could be breathing, it could be doing different things at different times. But each and every one of us need to identify and build routines to help us anchor ourselves and to not feel uncertain and uncomfortable. So what sort of routines are we talking about? What can help build some certainty into our everyday activities? One very, very magical, powerful thing that the author gives us, is that we must start the day in a purposeful way. Simply knowing what you are going to do in the first hour of the day and not waste time gives your brain a chance to take a break and work out bigger problems in your subconscious. So your morning routine, when you get up, get out of bed, go to the shower, go to the toilet, you're on the bus, on the way to work, your morning prayers, your morning exercise routine, all of these things, this routine that you establish in your life is critical to enabling you to deal with uncertainty by firstly providing you with a sense of certainty through your routines that you do in your mornings. So we need routines to balance us. We need certainty. We need to repeat things and do them over and over again, because what that does is it gives us strength, it gives us comfort, it nurtures us in an uncertain environment, because you know what you're going to be doing as soon as you open your eyes and you bounce out of bed. And then once you've started in a certain way with your routines, then you've at least got yourself some strength, some balance, and some energy, some positive energy that are going to help you throughout the day to deal with the uncertain moments that may come your way. If we sit and worry, sit and think about our future and live with anxiety, then we're going to blow things out of proportion. And as we said, we're going to think and always think of the worst case scenario. And just by thinking about the worst case scenario is going to drain us of our energy, our peace, our comfort, and our desire to get to where we want to get to. Because if you're living in fear, then your body's going to be infused with cortisol and adrenaline and all of those negative chemicals that are just going to sap you of your energy, sap you of your creativity. It's going to tick you into fight or flight response, as opposed to working in your neocortex part of the brain, where you can be rational, creative, and all of those other wonderful things that you need in order to deal with uncertainty. So the next point, the last point to come out of this book, is where the author tells us what we need to do in order to get through our day if we have some problems or fears. The things that we need to do is we first need to handle our worst fears. And the way we do it is that we need to ask ourselves 3 questions. Because fear regardless of what you say. You know, a lot of people say, I don't fear anything. That's bullshit. Fear is part of all of us. It's just part of our natural being. It's normal to be fearful. But you need to ask yourself 3 questions which will help you deal with your fear and put it into perspective. And the 3 questions that the author poses are as follows. What if I fail and then recover? What happens if I do nothing? What if I succeed and really dwell on getting this done and getting it right? And the author says that those 3 questions, if you're able to focus on those, will give you some remarkable, empowering answers. That's about it, fellows, ladies and gents. I'm at the end of my episode of Jim's 5am Club on Wednesday, and we've just gone through the book summary entitled Uncertainty by Jonathan Field, and we've just learned that we need to embrace uncertainty because uncertainty is the natural baseline in our lives. Nobody's been to the future, nobody knows what tomorrow or even today brings, but we just need to surf it, make the most of it, get through it, and help others around us get through it. And the way we get through it is we need to start with some routines and start our day in a certain way, knowing what we're going to do next. We're going to wake up, we're going to have breakfast, we're going to have a shower, we're going to go to the toilet, we're going to have exercise, we're going to read some books, we're going to sit and think, we're going to pray. There's a number of things that we do as a morning routine which brings absolute certainty to our each and every day. And that's why you need to do it. There's a level of OCD that we all have, and we need to feed that OCD with positivity and with and certainty and a routine. And the last thing we need to do is, if we are fearful, then to ask ourselves the 3 questions to help us put it into perspective and get on with life and get on with our day. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and let's make the most of the rest of today and to learn to live and deal with uncertainty and take some of the lessons, some of the life hacks that we've got from this wonderful text. And I look forward to coming to you again at lunchtime in a couple of hours, where we'll go through another book summary, and I don't know where I'll be or what I'll be talking about. We'll see when the time comes and take it from there. So I'm heading back to work. We'll chat again, wishing you all the best on this wonderful day, and make the most of it, because today, this moment, will never ever come back. So it's up to you. Your responsibility and accountability is to make the most of your time and the opportunities that are made available to you on a daily basis. Yassas, take care, and bye for now.